amazing overlooks here. We're on the Fort Point side. On the far side, that'd be Fort Baker. Also, there's a children's museum. Kind of see over there the red roofs. That's part of the children's museum, the Children's Discovery Museum. Beyond the little hillside is Sausalito. And of course, in the view would be the hills of Tiburon and Belvedere, San Rafael, Mill Valley up there. Angel Island right there in front of us. Only person that lives there is a ranger that's on that far eastern side. Yeah, amazing views up here. Yeah, like I was saying, the Presidio's just over 400 acres, maybe, I forget the exact number, 410, 420, 430, something like that. It's pretty darn large. Alright, so now let's go and walk down the hill a little bit. Yep, pretty epic. October, first weekend of October in 2025. A lot of people are on the bay today. A lot of people are on the waterfront today. Yeah, that's Crissy Field right in front of us. Used to be where they landed planes back. This would have been right after the Wright brothers invented aviation. Early 1900s, 1905, 1910, 1915. Probably lasted there for about 25 years or so, 25 years maybe. Okay, let's see if we can walk down the hill now. Right. There's some old batteries right there. A lot of massive trees around here. Alright, the trail is going to meander under the freeway now a little bit and then go back under it again towards the water. Once again, this was only built less than 5-6 years ago, and slowly new parts have opened in the past couple years, so we have the old stables here. I believe there's maybe 5 or 6. I think there's maybe 5 in total old stable buildings. Back when that was a thing. Horseback battalion. And you can see still work being done up there on the little southern slope there. Just on the side of the cemetery where the road goes along. Some landscape work and clear out work. But yeah, they really increased the bike path, walking paths in the Presidio. This is the far northwest side of the Presidio. Just look at that fog belt. It's just hanging on over there. Luckily, it's just warm enough in the city to keep it away. That's what happens in October, early October, and in September of pretty much every year. This is our Indian summer, as they say. let's walk down the pathway towards the waterfront. Directly underneath the 6, 7, or 8 lanes of the 101 as it connects there towards the Highway 1, 19th Street. Or on this side, it's called Park Presidio Boulevard. But on the south side of the city, it's of course 1 is also 19th. Say 19th Avenue, not street. It's the avenues out there in the sunset. But yeah, this is the edge of Highway 1 as it connects to Highway 101 as it goes across the bridge. Yeah, check this out. This part of the Presidio was really underutilized for the first many years that I lived here. It really wasn't until maybe 2010, I don't know, maybe 2007, 8, I forget when they passed some of the Presidio Land Trust Act that kind of helped fix up a lot of the buildings. There's, of course, now commercial buildings here that you can lease. There's, of course, retail. There's restaurants. A lot of different avenues where the Presidio Trust can make some money and be self-sustaining, which they are. They're fully self-sustaining. Yeah, fully self-sustainable park. Directly under Highway 101 as it connects there. That offshoot is towards Park Presidio Boulevard, which would be the Highway 1 connector. Yep, bring in the cavalry. Little fenced off area in front of us, that would be a pet cemetery. May your pet rest in peace under the 101 freeway in the Presidio. Yep, amazing views today. All right, let's keep walking towards the waterfront, towards the bridge. You can see on the overlook there, that's the San Francisco side of the Vista Point Bridge, Vista Point, Golden Gate Bridge recreation area. And the Presidio side there's some landscaping and tree removal and cleanup up there they're doing. Always some kind of work they're doing here in the national park. Just check out these historic buildings. They're getting renovated. They're slowly getting fixed up. I mean, you gotta remember, there's hundreds and hundreds of these buildings all over this Presidio, right? It was a working military installation for decades, a century actually, well over a century. And then we have the new technology coming down the hill. That's not horsepower, that's code power right there. Yep, amazing views though. Okay, that way is towards the bridge. You can walk up there, you can bike up there. That would go, if you want to go across the bridge, that's the way, right there. We are not doing that today. We've done it many times, but that's a hike. So be prepared if you're going to go there and walk across the bridge. It is a hike, quite literally. New tech meeting old tech. Right there. Pedal power versus code power. Alright, we've made it to the other side of the hill. Other side from the top of the Presidio parade grounds. Yep, if you could imagine, back in the early 1900s, they were landing airplanes right here on this green grass.